and welcome to a video that I'm sorry is so late in the year. It's my Mood Shawl video tutorial thingy do. In 2023, I made a Mood Shawl. Every line is one day, and the colors represent different moods of the day. My goal was similar to that of a temperature blanket, but I didn't care about the temperature and I don't need another blanket. However, this was made using a 2¼ millimeter hook and Aunt Lydia's size 10 crochet thread. It's 4.5 feet long from the very center middle to the top. It is a triangle shawl. So take that in mind if you plan on taking a task like this on. It is not small. By the end of it, I'm pretty fast, and each row, closer toward the end, took me about 45 minutes to an hour every day. So there's that. It is beautiful. I do recommend doing one. It's been great fun. It's a great visual representation of moods. I used 7 colors for mine, for each mood. I'm sorry, it doesn't want to focus. One day I'll get a nicer camera. But I used 7 and a white for border. I put the border around the whole thing, 2 rounds, and then 1 white line is the end of each month. So if I really wanted to math something out, I could maybe find that and count it out. My moods were neutral and then neutral positive for a non-exciting but slightly good day. Good for a day where good stuff happened. It was a good day. And then awesome for like the best day ever. And then, of course, neutral, negative, bad, and horrid. I don't think we have any horrid days on here, which is pretty nice. It's nice to see. I chose some fairly corresponding colors. We have dark blue peacock, a light blue, some pastel variegated one for the neutral, which worked out really well on days where there was just chunks of kind of days. And then I'm not a fan of pink. So I used pink for bad days and then a light purple and dark purple for neutral, negative, and horrid. These colors worked really well together, so no matter how the days themselves went, I felt like the shawl as a whole would look really good, and I think it does. So I want to tell you about how I made it. It's moss stitch. So if you know how to make that, awesome. If you don't, stick around. I'll show you how. Here we go. Now, as stated, I had used Aunt Lydia's size 10 thread, which is this. It came out, again, very big. So I don't know if I'd ever recommend using bigger yarn. You'll just end up with a blanket. But because my camera isn't super top tier, I'm going to use a bigger yarn and 3.5 millimeter hook. I'm going to fix my camera 1 second. Okay, I'm sorry about the weird autofocus issues. One day we'll upgrade and it'll be great. So, okay. So I'm going to chain 2, 1, 2, single crochet in the first chain, chain 2, single crochet, in that same chain from the first stitch, chain 1, and turn. And I'm going to single crochet in this first single crochet, chain 1, single crochet in the chain 2 space, chain 2, single crochet again in that chain 2 space, chain 1, single crochet in that last single crochet from the previous round, chain 1, and turn. And here's where we're going to start to see the repeating pattern. So we're going to single crochet in the first stitch, chain 1, and then we're going to single crochet in the chain 1 space from the previous round. and then we're going to chain 1, single crochet 1 in the chain 2 space. So this is going to be the center of our triangle. Chain 2, single crochet 1 again in that same chain 2 space. Chain 1, single crochet in the chain 1 space, chain 1, and then because it's the last stitch of the row, we're going to single crochet in that last single crochet. And you can see it's starting to make that triangle shape. So chain 1, turn, and because it's the first single crochet, we're going to single crochet in that one, and chain 1, and then we're going to single crochet in the chain 1 space, chain 1, single crochet in the chain 1 space, chain 1, single crochet and chain 2, and single crochet again in that chain 2 space, chain 1, single crochet in the chain 1 space, chain, single crochet in the space, chain 1, and then the last stitch, single crochet in the last single crochet. And that is essentially going to be the pattern. So you're going to chain 1 at the end and turn, always single crochet in the first and last stitches of the row, chain 1 after each single crochet, except for the middle where it's chain 2, and then single crochet in the spaces that you are making when you chain 1. So the pattern is, single crochet, chain 1 down the sides, single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, chain 1 around the corners, and then single crochet in each of the chain 1 spaces. And when you get to that last stitch, you're still going to chain 1 and single crochet in that last space. So we are effectively adding stitches around the edges in the middle, which is what's going to keep our triangle going. My camera needs a bright light to focus, but bright light washes the project out. Bummer. But that's going to be the pattern. Feel free to comment down below, message me if you have any questions. But no matter how big it gets, it's the same pattern. Single crochet in the first stitch, chain 1, single crochet, then chain 1 through all of those spaces, and then single crochet, chain 2, single crochet in that bottom corner, 1, 2, and then again single crochets and chain 1s up the side to continue making those holes, and then a single crochet in the very last stitch. This is a moss stitch in a triangle for that shawl. So just keep going, it'll slowly get bigger while it's quick to start. Again, the last handful of rows, I'm pretty fast and it took me about an hour. So this is a big project, but I do recommend doing it. As far as tracking the moods, my recommendation would be about the same time, either as you go to bed if you want the whole day. I did mine about 4 o'clock and then would adjust if something really good or really bad happened after dinner. And then just write it on like a calendar, and when you have time to sit down and do it, do a handful of rows, do 1 row, do your best. If you have any questions or any other ideas on fun things to track over the year, let me know. We'll see what 2024 brings. I think I'm doing a book genre snake this year. I think that's my plan. We'll see. Sorry, this video came out so late in the month. Hopefully you can go back and do it for the year if you want to, or I don't know, maybe it's a 2025, 2027 project. I will say it did cost me about $100 in yarn. It weighs like 4 pounds and each one of these is like $5. But get them on coupons, helps the cost lower. But thanks for tuning in. If you do make one, definitely tag me in it. I'd love to see any of your projects. I think that's so cool. Mud's Yarn on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Threads if you really want But again, comment if you have any questions, any ideas. And for now, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.